title, bro. You know.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Hashem.
Rakah.
Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
This lesson is going to, this is our practice before the big game. And that practice is going to the spiritual practice as far as gearing ourselves up in the spirit, you know, so preparing for Jacob's trouble. And, you know, that big game is part of Jacob's trouble when Esau come down on the tribes. And we have an article from before his news pretty much is going into how Esau is about to ready to come gear up on you tribes. But before we get in, let's get Judges first.
Let's get Judges. Yeah. This Judges 5:10 and 11. And they are delivered from the noise of the archers and the place of drawn waters. That should they rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High. Even the righteous act towards the inhabitants of the village of Israel. Then shall the people of the Most High go down to the gates.
Right. And the key word of that scripture is rehearse. You know, that when you rehearse something, that means you're going back over something. So we're going back over the ways that we used to do back in the ancient world. As far as praying to our true power this time, you know, fellowshipping, you know, just building our faith up in the spirit, just gearing ourselves ready in the mind frame of what's about to get ready to come, you know.
I got an account too, bro. This is Acts 11:1, and the apostles and brethren that were in Judea heard that the Gentiles had also received the word of the Most High. And when Peter was come up to Jerusalem, they that were of the circumcision contended with him, saying, Thou wentest into men uncircumcised, and didst eat with them. But Peter rehearsed the matter from the beginning, and expounded it by order unto them, saying. So just like you're saying, basically, a practice is everything. And Peter was actually rehearsing through the Spirit what he was going to say before he got to that council, man. You know?
That's right.
That was just the point.
I got a quick one. This is Sirach 20:79. The birds will resort unto their light, so will the truth return unto them that practice in her.
Yep. The truth is going to return to the elect. The knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shai is pretty much upon the elect for the other nation Israel to understand the truth. And that's the truth of the scriptures, the truth doctrine. Yeah, most
They say because we practicing it. They say it's going to return to those that practice. So linking up with Judges 5:11, rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, in the land of drawn water and human wood, which is captivity. All right, what we're doing, rehearsing these righteous acts, all right, because we're a nation of priests, man.
That's right.
You know, so we rehearse those acts, and their truth return to us, man. You know, through the spirit power we have by Shema Shai.
Right. And that further proves reincarnation. Because the truth is coming upon those same ones that was practicing back and forth time. Okay? So there's no new thing under the sun. Alright, let's go ahead and get that first.
All right. And this article is entitled U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement appears to be gearing up for massive border invasion with new contract to acquire 375 million rounds of tactical rifle ammunition. This was posted on Wednesday, December the 19th by Mike Adams, and again the source is before its news. Anyone who doesn't yet realize the United States government is gearing up to defend America against a major land invasion of foreign nationals need to look at this press release from December 10th, 2018. And it's entitled U.S. Department of Homeland Security awards federal premium a 223 Remington ammunition contract. The press release describes a 5-year, $75 million contract to provide the organization's agents and officers with 223 rim duty and training ammunition. For those who aren't familiar with firearms, 223 Remington ammo is used in AR-15 rifles. It's not technically identical to the 5.56 NATO, but rifles that can fire 5.56 NATO can also fire 223 Remington.
would say that's 18,000.
That's 18,750 rounds of ammunition per ICE employee. ICE currently employs 20,000 people. If the 375 million rounds of ammunition were equally distributed across all 20,000 ICE employees, that would give each employee 18,750 rounds of ammunition.
Yep. So that further proves that this so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian, and that is known as Esau according to the scriptures. This is his blessing. It gets into the different types of rounds of ammunition he has, and he's preparing that for you tribes, man. But right now in this situation, the Northern Kingdom, which consists of you so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but in this case, it's really aiming at you so-called Hispanics over there by the border, okay? And it says ICE. That's what actually is ICE.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. He said they currently employs 20,000 people. If the 375 million rounds of ammunition were equally distributed across all 20,000 ICE employees, that would give each employee 18,750 rounds of ammunition.
So the ICE people, that's for the border, right?
That's
Like
it.
the immigration and the Latino.
Yeah. Because they made news, a year or two ago, they was going to different businesses with you so-called Hispanics worked at, and they was rounding them up, you know what I'm saying? Taking them back across to the border. I had to get that Psalm 17.
Psalm 17,
13.
Psalm 17, 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword."
Yep. And the wicked is talking about the elites, which is the biblical Edomites. It said, "Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And part of Esau's blessing is his sword. Pursuing the Genesis, the 25th chapter, and also going into Revelation, the 6th chapter. You know what I'm saying? That's his sword, the modern day gun. Anything that's, that's pretty much can kill you with some type of weapon. That's Esau's blessing right there, and he's gonna use that blessing when all hell breaks loose in Jacob's trouble.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." And it's saying, "Oh my people," talking about Israel, man, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. Those are the chosen people of Yahweh by Shema Shai, man, the true Israelites of the Bible. But he said, "Make thyself ready for the battle." That's talking about spiritually. It's not talking about trying to go gun for gun and bullet for bullet. All right, with these Edomites, it's talking about make yourself ready spiritually, man. That's why the brother said you got to practice, all right, before the game, man. And it's a lot of guys out there, especially as of late, they got the wrong playbook, man. You practicing for the wrong game, man. You got Jake want to get carnal. You got Jake still believing in Jesus Christ. They're practicing for the wrong game, man.
If I could just make this point, don't fall for the mental traps prior to the day of Yahweh Shai. We all have our temptations, but there's so many avenues that Satan is attempting to let you go through to sort of sidetrack you from what's about to happen. Let your meditation be the coming of Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
I got the word practice. All right, this is just a Google definition. I'm going to our phone pretty good. It says the actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method as opposed to theories about such application or use. So it's the actual application of these scriptures in your day-to-day, man. That's how you constantly practice, man. How to carry yourself, being wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Separating yourself from this world, man. Like the elder said, mentally first, then physically, man, you separate yourself from this place as much as possible, man. Definition 2, it said repeated exercise in or performance of an activity or skill such as to acquire or maintain proficiency in it. Scribing for the truth. The scripture talk about scribing, and he that scribe for the master is temperate you know, which means have that self-control.
Yeah, that's one thing the Most High, he's big on is repetition, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because our people are hard-net, stiff people, so he has to keep reiterating it over and over again for our people to actually comprehend what he actually trying to bring out, you know?
You get it.
Yeah,
That's a practice.
Yeah, that's the practice right there.
that's a practice, man.
Right.
Because I think Bruce Lee had a quote, and he said, he doesn't fear the man that has kicked 10,000 times, but he fears the man that kicked the same kick 10,000 times. Why? Because that man has perfected that kick.
Definition 3, in the verb form, it said to perform or exercise repeatedly or regularly in order to improve or maintain one's proficiency.
If I can just make a point, that's why practice is so important, because if you practice for the big game, you're able to apply. You know what I'm saying? Esau has this thing called application, because in real time, certain people don't know how to perform certain skill sets because they didn't practice. But if you're
Oh, go ahead, brother.
but if you're practicing it, you know what I'm saying, over and over and over again, it becomes a part of your spirit.
It's like second nature.
It's
man.
like, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, you put your time, your energy, your spirit into something in that particular craft. Like for instance, I know you don't like him, LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
I
Hey,
gotta put that out there.
You know, but the more he practice, you know what I'm saying, you see how he gets in the game, you know what I'm saying? But now put that on the spiritual aspect, how much more let brother, they practice in the spirit. They reading more, they studying more, they fellowshipping more, they praying more, they fasting more. You know, they doing everything to please Yahweh Shem Shai in the spirit. So how much more is he gonna be magnified when all hell breaks loose? You know? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just even in Esau's world, man. Someone who's worked this same job for 3-4 years is way more valuable than someone who went to college for about 4 years, man.
Yeah.
Because that person that worked that job, man, he learned all the different dimensions of that particular job.
You've been applying it.
He's been applying it, man, and as opposed to someone who went to college and learned everything theoretically, and went to the real world and really couldn't apply that stuff, man.
That's right.
You
That's
know.
right.
And it says to carry out or perform a particular activity, method, or custom habitually or regularly.
And if you know anything about players such as the greats like Kobe, Michael Jordan, even LeBron, you know what I'm saying, at the same time frame, they actually involved themselves in a practice. So we can't be spiritually AIs, because he was the same person that was saying practice. What is practice? This is just, we talking about practice. No, you know,
Ephesians 6:3.
just kind of got something. And this, you can break it down. Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Why? Because you've been practicing over and over for the big fucking game, man, which is Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, for instance, like fasting, for an example, we all know through the scriptures that we know through the spirit that it's going to be a great family coming out here. So for the ones that have been practicing or been rehearsing the righteous acts of fasting, how much more are they going to be taken care of or be well looked upon against somebody that don't know anything about fasting?
That's right.
They can't go without food without 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, the most. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time right now to gear yourselves up in the spirit, man.
In order to finish the course of this race, man, you have to have faith. All right, the faith is gonna instill in you to basically to keep fighting the good fight. All right, when you go into that term good fight in the Greek, it's kalos agone. No, kalos agone. All right. So at the end of the day, you gotta practice, man, and you need to practice so you can perform. Because at the end of the day, it's about closing out the fourth quarter, man.
If I can just make this one last point for brothers in the scriptures. You gotta let go of Babylon before Babylon goes down. You gotta spiritually and mentally detox from the fun of Babylon before the Lord shuts it down. See, part of the thing that's gonna make us prepared is that, okay, bring it out, brother.
This Ecclesiastes 5:7. Make no turn to the Most High.
You know, hey man, brothers gotta unplug, man. Stop BSing. You know, and not just brothers. If you're watching the videos, you ain't cross on the other side, man. Or because we're getting into the time of Jacob's trouble, but it's all mental. You have to already be turned off from this place, man. You know,
Putting off day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High come forth, and thy securities, and that thou shalt be destroyed. And perishing the day of vengeance.
Yeah, by putting day to day off, you know what I'm saying? Just like you see a camp, you be like, well, I'll probably come see them, next week or next 2 weeks. Just hypothetically speaking, what if Esau shut everything down then by the time frame? You're gonna be looking real stupid, man.
It's like the off season.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, I got 5 months for the season starting. You just bullshit now. The game next week, man. You out of shape.
Right.
All right, you
Tired.
gain weight. You just got weaker. You know, you ain't gonna perform, man. So in the time of Jacob trouble, which is game time, all right, especially for the tribe, like the brothers going into reading about the ammunition they got. That's for you.
That's
You
right.
trash, man.
That's right.
All right, you niggas on the comment board. All right, you guys with these false doctrine. All right, and the men of the Lord. Everybody, it's gonna be game time for everybody.
That's right, bro.
You know, but who's gonna perform, man?
That's
The
right.
ones that's been practicing, all right, on their craft, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can't do like Shaq used to do. You know, that's what the one of Kobe Bryant, Shaq's riff was. He would never practice.
Yeah.
He would try to play himself into shape during the season. But during Jacob's trouble, you're not gonna have that luxury, man.
Right,
Fuck around and get killed.
82 games, you gonna have it. We want to have that spiritual hook shot like Kareem.
Time, bro.
Unstoppable, guy.
Yeah.
On to Ephesians now. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against, can the brother get their wiles?
God.
Ephesians 6
About
and
the
11.
shot.
If I can go into it, just talking about craftiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what the devil does is he uses certain people, certain events, or circumstances to get you up off the truth, man. But he disguises it as it's gonna be happily ever after, man. But once you get out the trail of the truth, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna perish. But I'm gonna still get the grace that you call it.
You said certain people, hence false prophets,
Yeah.
certain events, false flags.
Yeah.
You know, what's the last statement you made?
Ah, bro, it's-
And then the main one gonna be that chip.
Yeah.
Cause that's what's gonna be supposed to call, that's what's gonna be the solution to restore order to this chaos, man. But that's part of his craftiness. That's part of his wiles, man.
Mhm.
You know?
On a personal level, you in personal circumstances, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And you meet a woman, you think it's all good, but really, it's a demon working with her, man.
Mhm.
That's part of the wiles of Satan too,
Come.
you know?
And the demon know your exact lust.
Yeah.
Right. We gotta keep your ass up. I got a scripture too.
All right, cool.
This 1 Peter 5 and 8. Just so we stay focused. It's be sober, be vigilant, because the adversary of the devil is as a roaring lion walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
That's right. And if you not balanced, all right, in the spirit, if you just going in the wind to and fro, man, all right, Satan is always lurking, man, to snatch you up out of here, man.
Yeah.
You know?
He isolates you.
Yeah.
That's what a roaring lion does. He'll isolate you from the pack and then attack your ass. This is craftiness, Salaki, wiles in the Greek.
Strong's G 3180,
Methodiah, what it
Yeah,
sound
method
like?
for him.
Method.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So Esau's methods, man.
Yeah.
Just like the brother said, he uses pleasure, lust, all right? Whether your pleasure be money, women, all right, fame, glory, you know, food, you know. Esau uses all these different methods, you know, to overthrow the righteous, man, and overthrow people in general, man.
Come,
Yeah.
bro. And just to back you up, cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with that movie, Enter the Dragon, but Bruce Lee's master told him in order to destroy the enemy, you have to destroy the image. And so what did he do? He just started breaking mirrors. So a mirror could be like your significant other, you know, your job, certain demons plaguing your mind, certain false prophets, like the brother was saying. You have to spiritually destroy those, destroy the mirror. So therefore, if you destroy the mirror, then Satan can't hide behind those images anymore.
And it's heavy. You know, brothers have to conquer their emotions.
Damn.
You know, I mean, you know, I speak for myself too. I'm in a battle too. But you know, you examine yourself, you realize your weaknesses, man.
Mhm.
You have to all because you have an emotion, that doesn't mean that you should be governed by that emotion.
That's right.
You know, with love, a woman can manipulate that emotion. If it's anger, that emotion can be manipulated and you get out of character, you know.
Mhm.
But lust, if you may call that an emotion,
Yeah.
you have to learn how to conquer the movements, the energy that's going on in your body, man.
Yeah. All those are different vibrations, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing Apostle Bar always talk about. You yourself, you are your biggest enemy.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to
That's
truth.
true.
Back in Ephesians, it said, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world."
I can add them principalities or demons. You know, just to add.
You know how you have the feds,
Mhm.
and like you have the room, and there's like all the police officers, all the feds members and stuff. Then they have the pictures of the targeted suspects on the wall.
Yeah.
That's how the demons are with us, man.
Yeah.
We're on that the wall of most wanted.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is how we're gonna get this brother right here, man.
Yeah.
This is his weakness. This is what he likes to do. You know, if we get at him at this direction, we should be able to conquer him, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's what Yahushua told Peter. Satan's desiring to
sift you is weak.
Mhm.
And it said, "Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yep.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day,
Yep.
and having done all to stand."
In the evil day, you know, evil which means bad times, man. Bad times represent Jacob's trouble, man. You gotta go.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Yep.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah, and this talking about the elites, man. The fiery darts represent a new world order. Everything that's under that umbrella, new world order, as far as worshiping the image of the beast and physically taking the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Then the ways of this wicked society. That's part of the fiery darts of the wicked. So we stay on the side of Yahweh Shai. He'll show favor upon us.
And then,
Lord, right now, everybody in that Christian spirit,
Yeah.
you know, and they just basically they following the philosophy of the wicked kingdom. I mean, they're not looking toward Yahweh Shai. The Most High, it's against all that basically all that fuckery is what it really is, though. It really got nothing to do with scripture, so.
Yeah, but you're not going off because even Elder Yashawama did a video about the fir trees, you know, talking about that's really going to the Christmas shit. You know, but at the end of the day, like one of the songs he was singing, like deck the halls with folly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So that shit is fuckery, man. You know?
and then it said making a point of having your loins girt about with the truth. That means being solid on what you believe in, man. You know, because false doctrine, you know, is on the rise, man. You know, as the scripture prophesied, it will be in the latter days, man. So you have to have a foundation and be solid on what you believe in, man. Do you believe this truth? Because there's only one truth, man. All right, either you believe this doctrine or you don't, man. You know, because there's a lot of false prophets, you know, they're coming to draw men after themselves, man. So you have to have your loins girt with the truth, man. You know, Esau finna pull some shit out for his new world order, man. He finna pull some trickery out. That's why I say if it were possible to deceive the very elect. So Esau finna do some things, man. So you have to have a solid foundation, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's why it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor, so like your other Most High, you know, talking about His word, you know. Then it goes into like your whole body being protected by His word. It goes into your feet. Then it's going into the helmet of salvation, your loins girded. So pretty much everything's all protected through the Spirit. When all these things come upon us.
They should kind of think about Leonidas on 300.
Oh,
You know how he had the shield,
The
you know what I'm saying,
helmet,
the helmet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, he had the
his loins
yeah,
girded.
his loins his loins was girded as well, man. Then you had he had the sword. So you have to be spiritually Leonidas, man. But really with his loins girded, in his mind he was convicted.
Like they word.
Yeah. You know, like you were saying, man, you got to be convicted that this is the truth, and no matter who comes up against it, man, regardless of what they're saying, man, enticing words, these motherfuckers are being led by seducing spirits, man. If you cannot see that the microchip is the mark of the beast this day and time, man. You are spiritless, man.
Yeah, you got to, you know, and just to make the point, this quick point, and get back to the scripture. You gotta like think about scenarios, man. When Esau get you in these concentration camps, if his brothers like to go there, what you think he gonna try to mess with first? Your mind, man.
Yeah.
You know, he might have a recording of a brother saying something about you. You know, have try to demonize the apostles, man. Try to make you, you know, discredit, you know, the apostles, man. You know, he got the technology. He can edit different things and make them say things that they ain't even say, man.
Or
You
act,
know?
act like have a re-education camp
Yeah, yeah.
where they ask you questions and you don't say what they want, you get shot.
Yeah.
You know, you get that trauma. You know,
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is verse 16. It says, verse 17, and that the helmet, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
Yep.
Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Look at that. It said about the spirit, man. Everything is spiritual, man. And that's the only way we can be able to beat Esau, man. Is on that spirituality standpoint. We can't fight against this man, you know, with physical weapons. It just said he spent over $375 million worth of ammunition. You know, how can we go against something like
You
that?
can't, man.
That's just what he reported.
Yeah, that's just something reported, man.
Yeah.
That's just on paper, you know.
And that's why I say, man, hey, you literally have to look like Leonidas on 300, man, with that shield, with the helmet, with the spear. Hey, he still had a knife. And he had the sword, you know, inside of the shield, man, and his feet were shotted, man.
Yeah. And another thing, and that brotherhood is important too. Because the brotherhood will help you out. When you come to that 300, they all had a shield, right? And he said that shield protect from the thigh
Neck up.
to your neck till you die.
That's a good point.
The same way, like, and it's true when the brotherhood, like we protect each other.
That's right.
From not protect, you know,
Yeah.
we just like
Pretty much we looking out for one another.
looking out for each other.
You know
Fiery
why?
darts of the wicked.
We move in a unit. You know, Leonidas told the guy what he said. We move as a unit, and that unit, the reason why they was able to move because basically they function as one.
Yeah.
How do we function as one? Having that spiritual mindset such as Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
That one body.
That one body.
We say one body, one faith, and one spirit.
Yeah.
You know? And this, since you mentioned shield, this Psalm 5 and 12. For thou, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, will bless the righteous, with favor will thou compass him as with a shield.
Right.
And you look at the word favor, it goes into prejudice. You know what I'm saying? So he's prejudiced towards the elect of the nation of Israel, man. So that let you know he's distinguished amongst the elect of the nation of Israel and the 2/3 of the nation of Israel.
I did Psalms 141 and 9. Keep me from the snares which they had laid for me, at the genes of the workers of iniquity.
Yeah. And the gins, snares, that's pretty much all the same thing, man. Just Esau's traps. You know what I'm saying? Like he had these different guys set up. They know they Israelites, and they put out that false information for the congregation to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's part of Esau's trickery right there, man. He know everybody's waking up to the Israelites now. So now he like, okay, let me go ahead and just tell these Israelite leaders, tell these people that the mark of the beast is not the microchip. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because he know a lot of people is waking up, man, like on a massive scale. So now Esau is working double time to get these false leaders to pretty much lead y'all astray, man.
That's right. They've been infiltrated.
Yeah, been infiltrated. Clear.
I got one for you. Okay. Hey, Psalms 18:4. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. Yeah, back in the scripture, the sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. All right, so we already know that the ungodly men at this time frame is Esau, man. And at the end of the day, they move in like a flood, talking about their military unit. All right, because if you think about a flood, it's strong, it's powerful, and it has the ability to engulf everything it runs into, man.
That's right, man.
So without Yahweh Bashem Shah, we're not gonna be able to sustain. We're not gonna be able to receive salvation, man. Because like Shakai was saying, you cannot fight this man with his own blessing. That's why, you know, the elect is gonna receive that spiritual reward, man. That's the only way you can combat Esau, because literally his spiritual power is his fucking gun, man. If that makes sense.
Okay, you mentioned Isaiah the 10th chapter, one of my favorite scriptures. How it goes into overseeing the rod of my inheritance, man. So the rod is in Esau's hands right now to pretty much control and come against you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He said he's gonna come against a hypocritical nation. Who he's talking about? He's talking about the tribes, man. And you read that article before it's news, Lord willing, you all can read it, man. You will see how Esau, he has more than enough for ammunition, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and he's gearing up. So if he's gearing up on the physical standpoint, how much more us had to gear up on the spiritual standpoint? It's a total balance at the end of the day. You know.
I got a quick. This Psalms 146:5. Happy is he that had the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Most High, his power. So we power of Jacob.
Yeah.
So you know that in Jacob power is Yahweh Shai, and then Jacob is 12 tribes of Israel, but start the leg. Yeah, cause we gonna be happy, you know. Lord will be part of the leg, and you know Esau to come, he gonna come with it, and Most High gonna come with it too.
That's right.
But who gonna win? Our power of Jacob gonna win.
Yeah. It's Psalms 46:7. It say the Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. And this 11.
Hey, when you think about refuge, when you break in that term, it means to flee back. You're supposed to flee to Yahweh Shai. What they say, the name is a strong tower, man.
Lord of hosts, man, the Lord Sabaoth, talking about the armies, man, those spiritual armies, those angels, man. They gonna protect the elect through these hard times coming up ahead, okay?
And this 11. It say the Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Same thing.
Yeah.
But then,
Go ahead.
I said it's just like a storm shelter.
Yeah,
If you don't know where the storm shelter is, when the storm will come, you through.
that's right.
You know?
That's right.
And he saw this storm, this brewing, man, with Jacob trouble, you know, the judgment of Yahweh by Shemal Shai, you know, but Yahweh, the names of the Lord are a strong tower. So like you say, we got people that still, all right, don't know the names of the Lord, man. You got Israelites don't teach the name of the Lord, so they don't even know where the storm tower is, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Luke,
Correct.
this is Luke, I started from, can I start 34?
Yeah, that's cool.
This is Luke 21:34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unawares.
Correct.
You know, so you have to have that laser focus, man. You know, you can't be engulfed with the cares and the worries of this life, man.
That's right.
You know, the hell with this life. We live day for day, man. You know, and it's
Like you said, like y'all have that spiritual tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? And Apostle Bar, he did a beautiful video on just by being content.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's the spirit we actually need to be in. You know?
Yeah, brothers ain't. That's what it's all about. Receiving your daily bread. You know what I'm saying? If you can, you know, get something extra, then that's cool. But your main focus is supposed to be pushing the word.
Verse 35, for as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell upon the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
Yep. And that's the end of it, be all right there. In the spirit, that's what we just want to do. We just be accounted worthy to Yahweh Shem Shai. Like these the men that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. Even it comes down to our death, man. As long as we stay in the spirit, we continue to be good brothers, we fellowship, we pray, we fast more, we continue to stay in the spirit and gear ourselves up more. And Lord willing, we can make up out of here, man. 'Cause that's our only hope, you know.
Because he promised you they gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that. They finna jump the masses of the people, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you walk into an ambush, man. That's how these prophets finna do, man. You know, but like the brother said, you gonna be spiritually equipped where you can defend, move, and maneuver like you need to. That's right. You know.
All Alright, with that, we hope you all were edified through the Spirit. We'd like to give all honor and glory again to
Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. The brothers again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim. Shalom.
Shalom.